Hey everybody, it's Kevin here, AAUK, the owner runner of Last Minute Continue. How you doing? I thought I'd give you a little video update. I was actually inspired by something that Tanner did, that he decided to do sort of monthly updates, and I've been wanting to do an update for some time and figured that some sort of vlog actually explaining sort of where we're going, what's coming along, what's generally in the pipeline for LMC might be beneficial to us, might be interesting to you. And just a little reminder of the things that have been going on that you may have forgotten about. One of the things that LMC actually has is a lot of video content. And I mean a lot. More than I ever could have dreamed of or suffered through in my worst nightmares. Um, you know how you see some channels you have to wait for ages for something to come out. We've got so many things I don't even know what to do with them. That kind of level, okay. So I thought I'd just go through and let you know where we are with things, where all the Let's Players are with things, because again, this is not something that I necessarily planned initially, but there are various groups of Let's Players with LMC doing their own thing, and I mean LMC is like a conglomerate of individuals operating under the one banner basically. And we're all friends. It's great. It's really enjoyable. So it's something I enjoy doing as well. Obviously, I do a lot of the editing, so there's a little bit of a bottleneck because at the moment a lot of it comes through me. I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't all come through me in the future, and it's in a position where people can just give it to me. I can just go, oh, upload, as opposed to do things with stuffs. Anyway, we're going to start with Biafra, actually, Biafra Republic and the Skyrim Let's Play. So you've been really enjoying that. It's been a bit of an odd Let's Play, actually, because sometimes loads of people watching and sometimes nobody really watches the parts. But Biafra is continuing his Let's Play through. That actually Let's Play was started a long time ago. Unfortunately, it was one of the things that was like, okay, this is like a tertiary thing almost, so we put like a part up every so often. Another problem that we've actually had with the Skyrim Let's Plays recently is that somebody was going around putting a load of claims on our Skyrim videos. So naturally, those have been kind of, we sort of not put one up for a little while. I think we're up to part 8 at the minute, and it goes up to 11, and it's not completed. But at some point, Biafra, I'm hoping will indeed continue that, because it's a very interesting Let's Play. Just to sort of just follow through and see where he goes. And obviously, Biafra doesn't talk that much on them, but it's just interesting to sort of have something that's in the background where you can watch and effectively play along, and there's all sorts of decisions going on. So that is indeed coming. There is some more coming. There's at least 3 parts more coming of that. And Biafra's, I think, indicated that they'd be interested in doing something else after that. So lots of content from Biafra coming along down the line. Blind bags. Remember the blind bags videos, the unboxing videos? I've not done those for a while. Mainly because I've been so busy with other things, and I've until very recently not really been in a position to be able to record any more of them, just because of where I've been and how life has been generally. But now I'm in my own place again, and if you're wondering what the heck that is over my right shoulder, it's actually a giant canvas print. Some of you were at some like 2009 probably, or some watched a couple of the videos that it might have appeared in on the channel might recognise it. It's a giant canvas print from Sega, which they use for advertising. It's a Sonic Unleashed, which is currently acting as some sort of giant window blocker. No, my window has been smashed in case you're suddenly worried. I'm literally like in my secondary bedroom / office / storage room, so it looks a bit of a mess behind me, but trust me. But now I'm in a position where I can actually do things again with those. I literally have a bag and a half chock full to the brim of stuff to get onto at some point or another. I'm sure they will release some horrendous Christmas chocolate tie-ins for video games, and if they're there, I will endeavour to get a hold of them for review. Since the Mario Easter eggs one went very well when we did that time. So there's that. I've got a whole list of notes here because there is so much. There is so much to actually talk about. Earthart's been very busy, although you may not know it, and he's planning to be even busier in regards to the Let's Plays. So, the Illusion series, obviously we've done Castle of Illusion 16-bit, Castle of Illusion 8-bit, and now we're just finishing off Land of Illusion. That Land of Illusion has been on the channel, just not live, for about a year and a half. It's always the way with the LMC stuff. It's just we've got so many Let's Plays active that when we've got something that's actually then edited up and ready, it all has to wait. There's a couple like this actually, and I'll get onto that in a bit. But after that, we've made mention of maybe continuing that series and doing World of Illusion. And I think I forgot to mention doing that with Turbo at some stage, maybe, possibly. But there's that. There's the Sonic 2 Master System version that we're going to be commenting on at some point. I have the video here. It needs to be uploaded and put into a place where we can both see it and talk at the same time. Or alternatively, we might record that in a few weeks when Earth's coming to visit. So I don't know. It's something we will have to see. We'll have to see what happens there. But it's the Sonic game I hate the most. So that'll be interesting. I have bad memories about the Game Gear version of that game. Dear God, that killed all the enjoyment for Sonic that I had as a kid. Also, a long-standing promise with Radio Sega is going to be honoured at some point, with Earthart recording all of Sonic 06. I think he's looking to 1,000-point it. He's done it before, but more for him. There'll be a range of people on that, and those Let's Plays, he tells me, those Let's Play videos, the final videos, will eventually find their way onto LMC, and that's where their home will be, for YouTube purposes anyway. So that's coming as well. We will actually do Sonic 06, and not in the J versus K way that we did for the Sonic show, which was like the one video. There were two videos actually, you never got to see the second, and it was hilarious, which is a massive shame. Other things going on, the Boom Commentaries. There's a very good chance that if you're a recent subscriber to LMC, the Boom Commentaries is probably the reason you've actually subscribed. Obviously, we're coming to the end of Season 1 for Sonic Boom. It's been a pretty big success. Both myself and Donnie and Kat really enjoyed doing them. What's going to happen after Season 1 of Sonic Boom? I can't say at the minute. We have ideas as to things that we might do going forward. What's happening with Season 2? Again, can't really say at the minute. But it's likely the format will change in some way as to how we do it, when we do it, and a lot more besides. But like I say, you'll have to wait on that one, I'm afraid. But I'm sure there will be more from the three of us down the line at any rate. Let's Plays in progress, but not seemingly going anywhere you think. So, Fast and Light is a shame because it's a really good Let's Play, actually. It's really funny. It probably takes a while to get into it. The later parts are much more funny with what's going on, because those guys, Vija, Turbo, Kat and Donnie, they had absolutely no clue about that game. And it was immense fun just sitting back and watching it all go to hell, as they desperately tried to understand. And I tried the best I could as the actual controller to both obey their wishes and actually, get them past the first screen. But there's some stuff coming on. How that's presented with the crawl and everything at the beginning probably will change. I don't know really. It's like I say, it's not a particularly popular Let's Play. I'd still like to get it out. I'd like to get all the content out there, regardless of whether or not it is popular or not. It is something that we did and we had fun doing, and we like to share that with you guys. Speaking of things that we had an awful lot of fun doing, and which you really like as well, Hatoful Boyfriend. We have only posted videos up to and including the end of the first run. So the first playthrough of the story that we've done. Obviously, we did quite a few more playthroughs than that. And there was a lot more messing up, a lot more of Turbo getting very angry at being this bird, and a lot more snoring from Vija, and a lot more of Donnie in a dress. But that's the way it goes. At some point in time, we will actually get back to Hatoful Boyfriend on the live streams. And we will also be getting some more parts. So I think there's a couple of parts actually waiting in the wings. Wings. Of Hatoful Boyfriend. But other than that, you've got certainly several weeks more of several weeks of recordings worth of Hatoful Boyfriend at some point to go through with various different runs with various different characters. It speeds up obviously a lot once you've got the first bit of story out of the way, because then everyone knows where it is, so it all narrows down. Something like Chronicles as well. I think there's about 4 or 5 different parts that are still waiting on. I keep pointing over here, but I do actually have a second monitor with the Let's Play still listed up here. There is I think about 4 or 5 parts still ready and waiting to go, and I can't wait to get back to that, because we're just getting to the part where it all starts going exceptionally weird. And yeah, that's also so the voices are obviously already weird. The ad-libbing starts going to overdrive, and of course we've got the absolute disaster that happens at the end, which almost puts a kibosh on the whole thing. But there's definitely lots of fun there. Hoping to get back to that after the current crop of Let's Plays and things that projects that are a bit here and a bit there that I want to get done and out of the way, like the Boom Commentaries. Once season 1 is done, I can get back to concentrating on things like that. And really start churning them out. I can actually produce the videos a lot quicker nowadays. It takes a lot longer to render, but one of the good things recently is that I've acquired a lot more powerful internet, and the actual my ability to upload has gone up about 10 times what it was, which may open the door to future live streams again, because that was a big problem I had. Was I didn't have the power of the internet at my disposal in such a way that it would actually allow me to do a Let's Play, at least in an effective way with that. But so there's more Chronicles coming. There's again a lot of stuff coming. The Atari videos, the Atari ST videos, which are mostly on the other LMC YouTube channel, will probably make their way over to the main channel at some point. I'm probably going to essentially just copy them over and then wipe that secondary channel of that content, mainly just so we've got them in the one place, and everything's unified. There is more Atari ST, there is more horse racing nonsense with that horse racing simulator game. I think there's one where I win, there's one where Donnie wins, and there's one where it all goes wrong. Naturally enough, it's our lot, so it is the LMC crew. Of course, it goes wrong. Speaking of other live streams that we did as on Twitch as with the LMC team, Sonic Adventure DX at some point has got to come along. There's been 8 videos of Sonic Adventure DX sitting literally in as private, waiting on the channel for about, again, 18 months, maybe maybe longer. So there's a lot going on there, and again, it gets very bizarre. And certain commentators break, they break and have to be put together again with super glue, and then they break again. So that's another funny one coming up at some point. I mean, we're in a position now that a lot of the Sonic stuff is done. We haven't nothing really apart from Chronicles. There's nothing apart from Chronicles, which goes on for like ever. There was something like 17 weeks of Sonic Chronicles, and when you're thinking about 17 weeks like spread out of like maybe 2.5 hours worth of stream per night of that rather. There's a lot of hours. There's a lot of parts of the Chronicles. We've only just scratched the surface of it, but hopefully it'll speed up. Other than the group stuff, there's actually a couple of solo things that I would like to do. There's a couple of little things that I'm thinking of doing. There's some slightly more HD video coming at some point of. I think I do one of the Half-Life like mini levels, and some other stuff which will get some kind of commentary on them at some stage. And I'm hoping to maybe do a couple of other little games that the guys wouldn't necessarily be interested in, but I want to do a let's play of. That might be like a solo stream that I do that actually. Not really sure at the moment. But when I'm in a position to do that, I'll let you know. Back to the other let's player guys. Double Cross. Obviously isn't a guy, but Double Cross, cat. The second Phoenix Wright game, Trials and Tribulations, I think it was, is already done. It's already recorded. It just needs to be sort of formatted up into its usual status that you remember with the first Phoenix Wright game, which apparently we haven't finished yet. But I honestly thought we had done, but no, the ending still needs to go live. So that by the time you see this video, it'll probably have already done so, or at least the bad ending will have gone live, and then the week after we'll have the final ending, and then that let's play will be officially done. Other things, Donnie, yes, lovely Donnie. There are plans afoot for a little project with just us two, which we've been looking to do for a little while. And in fact, there's a couple of ideas that we have. One of them is Don't Starve, but Don't Starve Together, as sort of a little 2-player thing between us. And we keep talking about doing this pinball-based series, because you should know Donnie's a massive pinball fan, and whether or not we get the time to do this, I'm quite a big pinball fan as well, not nearly at Donnie's level, but I used to play a lot of pinball back in the day where you could actually get to an arcade and there was a pinball machine there, and so we're thinking of doing that as well. Otherwise, Donnie's obviously still going to be very busy with other stuff and the 8 million other projects that the guy actually has to deal with. The other Let's Players in Max Firestorm, of course. Max Firestorm, we did Max Firestorm and his gang, as I termed it, the Firestorm gang. They obviously did the Sonic Generations Let's Play, which has come and gone. Have a little look if you get the opportunity. But he's been working on Freedom Planet, and the first part of that's actually waiting in my, I think it's in like a Google file share at the minute, but the first part of that is already done. Hopefully Max is actually formatting that so I don't have to format it, which would be fantastic, so I don't do anything with it. And then that'll be going up at some point as his one. Afterwards, I think he asked me like what I wanted him to do, and I've been wanting a Quackshot Let's Play on the channel for a very long time. I've been trying to like bend Fart's arm, twist his arm about it, but I think Max Firestorm's getting there before him. So, but we will at least have some Donald Duck to balance out the Mickey Mouse going forward, at least until World of Illusion, because I think Donald Duck's in World of Illusion. If he's not, he is now. What else do we have? Oh yes, of course. Turbo. The amount of content that Turbo actually has produced is astronomical. I have a hard drive literally just full of just the raw videos of about a third of his Let's Plays. He's got tons of them. I need to take them off him at some point. But we also had Turbo in recently, and you probably noticed that there's been a bit of a sudden splurge of Turbo Let's Play, and that's because I made a decision that in order to help me out and to start really putting a dent in this huge archive of stuff, I mean, I'm still doing stuff from like 2012 for goodness sake. In order to put a real dent in that, we're actually going forward, just actually, okay, do the entire week as a video. Normally it'd be like into like 30-minute, segments, chunks, which is obviously much more YouTube friendly, but it just takes too long to do. And so there's not going to be not as much details, no factoids, things at the bottom, but at the very least, you'll have stuff there then. And we've got Clover 2 up recently. Then we also had the Turboine stuff. So we had Project Zero, the first Project Zero title, with Splatterhouse, and we had Resident Evil 0 as part of the Turboine, which was something I actually meant to do last year, but I just ran out of time. There is obviously more Resident Evil games coming. There's more Project Zero games coming. In fact, I think Turbo is actually looking to record the most recent Project Zero game either this weekend or he started the previous weekend from my point of view. So there's more of that coming. There will be one more Turboine video coming up, which will be the remake of the GameCube remake of the original Resident Evil, and that will be the next/last Turboine video for a little while. We'll get back to some of the other things. There's been some on the slate for a while that I've very much wanted to do. Golden Axe Beast Rider has been waiting very patiently for me to do it for some time. I seem to recall asking Paul Ram the Dragon, Paul Sophia, to hurry some cover art for that about 3 years ago, and it not being done. But that's actually in a position where it's kind of ready and just needs me to just go, okay, well, here's the actual Let's Play and chuck it in. So there's that coming. There's the Minority Report coming. Minority Report Everybody Runs, which is the worst game I've ever played, and I gave it a Turbo, and the result is pretty much what you can imagine it was. So there's that, and yeah, there's a few more things besides, like a Disaster Day of Crisis and Nights, and I'm also uploaded the Mad World and Anarchy Reigns videos onto our other channel, just to see what happens more than anything. I think those are probably a little bit problematic. There wasn't like a Mad World, like part one of Mad World went up ages ago, and it caused so many issues at the time that I'm just sort of going, okay, well, what happens if we actually upload it now as a whole, and seeing if Content ID goes mad on it. It went mad on one of the ones I uploaded the other day, but I don't think it was that. So there's a little bit of editing to do on a couple of bits, but there is I mean, literally loads. I will open the very large, the 100 gigabyte hard drive to let you know that among the videos coming up at some point down the line, you have Bayonetta. It was Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon it didn't like for some reason, YouTube. So Bayonetta, Back to the Future, the game, The Last Day of Crisis, Fist of the North Star, Jet Set Radio, Lollipop Chainsaw, Mad World, Anarchy Reign Story Mode, Minority Report, Nights into Dreams, Night's Journey of Dreams, Project Diva maybe, depending upon how YouTube takes hold of it, Project 02, Project 03, the Shadow the Hedgehog Expert Mode playthrough that Turbo did for the Sonic show is not gone live yet and really should have done. That's ready and waiting. Sonic 4, Sonic Riders Hardcore Mode, Sonic Rush Adventure, Sonic Rush, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which Turbo did with Earth Art actually, and has still got stuff to do. I think that one's a sort of a YouTube hates that one as well for some reason, I think. Star Fox Adventure and Star Fox Assault. Not to mention Billy Hatcher and a whole heap of Resi Evil. I'm talking about Resident Evil Darkside, the Resident Evil 2 adaptation, our Resident Evil Umbrella, the Resident Evil 3 adaptation, and Code Veronica. They're all there waiting. And that's not including the ones he hasn't sent me yet, which are, loads of them. And then there's the stuff that we've done on the LMC stream, which we've not done uploaded yet, like Mysterious Scissors of Gold, like Alice Madness Returns. That's there as well. That needs doing. Videos everywhere, folks. But there is a lot of stuff coming your way. But I thought I'd at least let you know, because I know there's a lot more of you on here than there is on our social. Please come to our social media. It's we're on Twitter at LastMinContinue, and you can find us on Facebook at Last Minute Continue. If you go on the domain channel, there's a link in the corner. And if I'm very good, there's something here, round about here. Here is the address. Power of editing. Go. So that's it. Thanks for listening. If you've actually listened through this, and please continue to enjoy the nonsense that we put up on YouTube. Thanks very much for watching, guys.